before I start, I'm going to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Bakakorash, the honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations to all the elect Akim, Wa'akwa, learning and teaching in truth and sincerity. Another video of the Spirit, your brother Malak from GMS Detroit. Hey, and this one right here, y'all, we're experiencing what great men before us experienced. Right, the era that we're in right now, Esau Edom, is coming at us with a lot of slides, a lot of slander, a lot of false statistics, a lot of demonization to, make us look bad in the eyes of the world. And this is what was promised. And when you look at men before us, y'all, David went through this. Notably, Yahweh Shai went through this. Right, this is a common tactic of Esau Edom in particular, and just the wicked in general, to plague the righteous with malicious lies. And it irks us and it annoys us, but it's just something we got to deal with. And you just have to be founded you just have to understand, what is true, despite what some of these folks say. I'm gonna let some of these clips go, then we'll get some scriptures. Let me start with this first one.
Hey black people, y'all didn't build America, and you're entitled to no reparations. Picking cotton for a couple hundred years does not mean you built the nation. Do you know what percentage of white people back in the slave trade actually had slaves?
Anybody got the number to ICE? I need the number to ICE. We might have to build that wall taller, nigga.
And now that guy, I think he was Northern Kingdom, but obviously, he's sitting there, sounding like he's on the side of Edom, right? We did more than just the cotton. We know this, brothers and sisters. We know this, right? And America built its wealth off of several hundred years of free labor. And picking cotton wasn't the only form of labor that they got out of us. The sugar cane, the tobacco, laying the railroads, setting up the telephone lines, right? Building the White House, if you didn't know. The White House built by black people, right? Making the paving out the roads that line this country, right? The roads that we have them now, before they had concrete on them, they had to get dug out and scraped out. Who was doing all that? The slaves. After slavery, convict leasing program put us back in the chain gang to get more labor out of us. So these are things that we know. So these people are just simply talking out of their ass, y'all, and we're not going to be able to. There's more of them than there is more of us. So this is the narrative that's being spun now in the world, and quintessentially we just have to deal with it, right? These crazy numbers they be throwing up. Whites killing blacks is 2%. Police killing whites 3%. Whites killing whites 16%. Blacks killing whites 81%. Y'all, I want you to really think about that. There's nowhere in America you can go and observe of black people, of Jake killing E in 80 percentages, or in the in the 80 percentile. That's fiction, nigga. It's just literally not true. It would be observable, and it's not. So, but once again, y'all, this is what we're dealing with. This is the tactic that Esau is coming with now, y'all. That's just straight crazy. That's just straight crazy talk. Straight lying. Let me get this one. Throw this in there.
American. You're not an American.
So what am I? Whoa. So what am I?
Look at that stupid ass hat.
How do you feel being y'all the worst team in Texas?
You got the stupidest hat on there.
You're the worst team in Texas. Don't shake my hand. Leave it there. Good boy.
No matter how big.
Now, he's being comical with them, right? They're drunk, they're at a football game, but their true emotions are coming out over their sports teams, right?
You get, remember where you came from. There's always people like me around. You don't gotta act tough.
I'm not acting. It's not an act, buddy.
You are acting.
It's not an act, buddy. Like he's getting mad. The ego's getting to him.
The ego. Look at the camera.
The ego's getting to him.
This ego's getting to you. You're not an American. You're not an American.
So what am I? So what am I? What am I?
What are you?
What am I?
What are you?
What am I?
You're not a Sooner, that's for sure.
What am I? No, come back over here.
Because you don't know what that
Don't
is.
walk away. Now you walk away.
I'll walk away.
You're not American. What am I?
You go to Texas?
He's good now.
You're done. Community college soon after that one.
And
You're not in America.
You're not an American, and that's how they feel. That's why they're making the move on us. Now I'm gonna come right here, Psalms 109 and 2. Hey y'all, hey, this was a prayer of David. You gotta remember, y'all. Hey, what kind of things did David go through? You know, literally, Saul wanted one of them dead, King Saul, chasing him around. His own son, Absalom, chasing him around. So David dealt with these things similarly, y'all. It's a fucked up feeling to be getting unjustly persecuted, but this is the era we're in now. Psalms 109 and 2. It says, "For the mouth of the wicked and the mouth of the deceitful are opened against me. They have spoken against me with a lying tongue. They compassed me about also with words of hatred, and fought against me without a cause." We are literally experiencing that right now. Give me 1 second, y'all. They're coming up against us with hatred and lies in their heart, laying the foundation to have the whole world view us in a manner so that when they do try to come wipe us out, no one's going to feel bad, right? The demon is in order, before you genocide, you have to demonize, right? You have to destroy the reputation of a people so that everyone's okay, you know, when it's time to wipe them out. Let me get another one. And then we're dealing with this in real time, so, you know, it's stressful, but this is what was promised. Psalm 69 and 9 says, "What for the zeal of thine house hath eaten me up, and the reproaches of them that reproach thee are fallen upon me." So the zeal that's in us, y'all, you know, we're going hard for the Lord. We see wickedness in the world, it pisses us off, right? The spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is upon us, and for that, these people reproach us. They speak down on us, and we can't do anything about it. And the things that they said of the great men of old, they're gonna say towards us, y'all. They're gonna lie. They're gonna call us this. They're gonna call us that. But you just gotta accept it and understand the Lord's gonna justify us. So I'm finna go through. Let me go back because I got a couple of clips saved. Cause hey, they out here getting bold. You know, look at it. Paper beats rock. So that can't be real. I wonder if this is edited. But if it's real, you know, that's the time they on, y'all. Here it is. You know, the throwing up of the fist was supposed to be, you know, unity, you know, fighting against the man, oppression. And him throwing up that hand represents bad things, right? Got to be careful how you word it. He won't get canceled, but we would. You understand what I'm saying? This is the era that we're in now, baby. Let me get a, oh, where's that one video? Oh, let me get this.
While we're having real talk, why do young black men fight in packs? Why don't we see a World Star video?
I know personal experience. Young Asians fight in packs more than young.
No, I'm talking about every time I tune in.
I used to be a club bouncer, so I'm talking
about video after video of a defenseless person on the ground getting stomped by
social media. That's
people.
conditioning.
We see this every day. They invite on the blacks who are inarticulate, the blacks who are not well educated, the blacks who can't express themselves.
So we'll stop.
I ask you something real talk.
You know, Marquette ain't about to say nothing unique, but you know, just a random ass thing like that to throw out. Hey, dude, you said, why does the so-called white man use bombs with the power of the sun and throw them at people? Why does the so-called white man pollute countries? Why does the so-called white man show up and assassinate political leaders when they don't agree with his policies and overthrow their country? You see what I'm saying, y'all? You know, we can play the shit tossing game back and forth, but to pick on something so small like that, and that's trivial. You can get online and see videos of fools going one-on-one in all nationalities, and you can get online and see videos of fools jumping each other of all nationalities. It's not just something Jake do. Now Jake does do it, obviously, right? But all peoples do. Let's see right here, he's framing it as if all of us, all we do is gang jump people. And y'all, we know that. We just know it's simply not true. But when you're a lying slanderer, truth is not of the concern. Making the enemy look bad is all that's going on. And this is what Esau's trying to do. And that whole interview, man, this dude in the barbershop, he's just in there asking questions based off stereotypes. You know, they got their fingers pointed at us, but the Lord has his eye on them. Let me get this one.
What if every African American suddenly left the United States? This would be a disaster and would change the country forever. You might ask, how?
Now, this is one of those type of videos, right? Now, when you go to the comments, what you see, I'm willing to give it a shot. Somebody said, I think we can live without sports and rap. We would lose 60% of violent crime. So you see, they talking shit, right? They talking shit.
First, there are 47 million African Americans, about 14% of the total U.S. population. Their sudden disappearance would affect daily life. For example, 75% of basketball players and 70% of football players are African American. If they were gone, these sports would be very different. Also, about 20%.
Now, those sports stuff is, that is not what helps the society run. That really doesn't matter. But nevertheless, those are industries, they make billions of dollars a year. So that would affect the economy, whether people want to admit it or not. Even though it's just entertainment. The entertainment brings in money. So that would fuck up the GOP.
Nurses and aides. Over 85% of rappers are African American too. There are about 3 million black-owned businesses, which would disappear and cause 2 million people to lose their job. These businesses make over $150 billion every year for the U.S. economy. Overall, African Americans contribute about 5% of the U.S. gross domestic product. Some states and cities would lose a lot of people. Mississippi would lose 37% of its population. Cities like Detroit, Michigan, and Jackson, Mississippi would be almost empty, with 80% and 77% of their people gone. What if every
Now, so they make their comments, they talk their smack, saying, yeah, let's try it, let's do it, but they really don't realize how bad that would be for this country. Because whoever has the Israelites in captivity, we make that empire great. We built up ancient Egypt. When the Babylonians came and took Judah, who did they take? The sons of the nobles, right? That's how Daniel and the 3 holy children end up in Nebuchadnezzar's possession and rise up to the top, right? Mordecai was in the Persian Medo Empire, rose up to the top. So despite what they feel about us, y'all, in actual practice, we make kingdoms great through our hard labor and our ingenuity. Go pull up a list of black inventors. If you enjoy the internet, you enjoy video games, you enjoy stoplights, you enjoy a security system, you enjoy certain advances in medical equipment, you enjoy being able to get certain surgeries done, being able to use medicines. Many of our people contributed and put together all kinds of things, yet we get no credit. Why? Because we're dealing with a demon. Got this right here, Psalms 120:1, a song of degrees. It says, in my distress I cried unto Yahweh, and he heard me. Deliver my soul, O Yahweh, from lying lips, from a deceitful tongue. And this is what we're praying and hoping on, y'all, to be delivered from the hands of this devious, demonic a-hole, lying and slander. And it's only going to increase. There's only going to be more. But they say they got fatigue. Well, we got fatigue because every time you get on the internet now, y'all, it's just one of these type of videos or posts. The shit's really childish. Esau in particular, he's a very immature people naturally. So when one person does something, they all, they just hop on the bandwagon. Here it is, y'all. 12 months ago, the terminology black fatigue didn't exist. Now, you know, you hear it every 2 fucking seconds. There's just a bunch of fucking natural followers, y'all. But this is what we got to deal with. Great men before us. Hey, Haman lied on Mordecai and our people, and was about to get our whole nation executed, y'all, off of a lie. Think about that. Our whole nation was about to get wiped out because a demon didn't like one man. That's the nature of the beast, as the phrase is, that we're dealing with, and it just so happens to be, you know, his empire spiritually known as the beast as well. How about that? Let me get, you know, it all started from when Mordecai didn't bow to Haman's bitch ass. Let me see. I want to get. Yep, he had letters sent out to have all of us executed. Let's see. I know it's in addition to Esther 13th chapter. I just want to double check something in regular Esther. Give me 1 second, y'all. Okay, yeah, actually I'm gonna have to go to, because Esther, it just gives the event, but in addition to Esther, we actually see the content of this nigga's letter, man. A lying ass liar. Additions to Esther. So this is the letter that was sent out, right? Haman got all up in Artaxerxes' ear to get us wiped out. Yep. Actually, in the backstory. Okay, additions to Esther 6. I'm gonna start at verse. So, because you had Mordecai right here, it calls him Mordecaius. He had prevented the plot from having the king assassinated by letting him know 2 men were gonna kill him, right? And Haman actually wanted that mission to be successful so that he could take the throne. So you get this, additions to Esther 12 and 5. So the king commanded Mordecaius to serve in the court, and for this he rewarded him. Howbeit Haman, the son of Amadathas, the Agagite, so this is Haman, the son of Amadatha, the Hagagite, right? In Apocrypha, it takes the H's off. He was descendant of Amalek. It says, who was in great honor with the king, sought to molest, meaning to disturb, to bother, Mordecaius and his people because of the 2 eunuchs of the king. So because Mordecai overthrew his assassination plot and didn't bow to him, Haman wanted him dead. Letters get sent out. Now what we got? Additions to Esther. Let's start at 3. It says, now when I asked my counselors how this might be brought to pass, Haman, that excelled in wisdom among us and was approved for his constant goodwill and steadfast fidelity, and had the honor of the 2nd place in the kingdom, declared unto us that in all nations throughout the world there was scattered a certain malicious people that had laws contrary to all nations, and continually despised the commandments of kings, so as the uniting of our kingdoms honorably intended by us cannot go forward. Seeing then we understand that this people alone is continually in opposition unto all men, deferring in the strange manner of their laws, and evil affected to our state, working all mischief that they can, that our kingdom may not be firmly established. So here, you know, we're being made as the fall guys. The reason why your whole entire empire can't prosper is because of our little old poor asses, right? Meanwhile, we're serving away, and I'm speaking now in America now, right? We're at these fast food joints feeding you motherfuckers. You got many of our women, what do, y'all? They go and become nurses. These black bitches, they go get a BBL, Latino bitches, right? Even bitch ass niggas off the block contribute to the economy one way or another, right? This man done drained us bone dry. Drained Haiti, drained Jamaica. You come to us, you vacation, right? You misuse us, you fuck on our women, and it's still not enough. And now you blame us for the reason why your country's failing, when you've done nothing but go around and take peace from the earth. It's the same narrative all over again, y'all. Verse 6, it says, therefore we have commanded that all they that are signified in writing unto you by Haman, who was ordained over the affairs and is next unto us, shall all with their wives and children be utterly destroyed by the sword of their enemies, without all mercy and pity, the 14th day of the 12th month Adar of this present year. Y'all, this is where you get the story of Purim from, man. This is playing out all over again. Esau Edom is attempting to accuse us before the world, to have excuse to wipe us out. That's why this type of content is picking up, where they're making fun of us and saying this and that. You know, we need to leave. We're all the trouble. Doobity doobity doobity, right? This is the era that we live in, y'all, and it's only going to increase. All right, so that's really about it. Hey, don't let this shit get to your mind too much. You know, just keep on trucking in Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Focus on what you got to do, right? We know the truth. We know these niggas are dickheads. Right here. What did it say?
Okay.
To be frank, it's not racist to not want a lot of black people in your country, like America is meant to be white. Y'all brought us here. We didn't have a choice in being here. What are you talking about? And if we try to leave, it costs several thousands of dollars to even attempt to leave, which every person doesn't have offhand. And where are we going to go? You stripped us of our heritage, so there's nowhere to go. Come on, y'all. You see what I'm saying, y'all?
Okay. Why is it normalized to be racist now? Like, openly.
Yep, so you know what she on. You know what she like. Nigga, you know what she like, nigga. Nice and pretty. Hey, this is the era we living in, y'all. This is the era we living in.
Start driving an asshole, you fucking deer.
It is. You know what's great?
You see this?
You're still going to be black, and we're not. Make sure you tell them you're a fat ear. I'm still white. You're still black.
Hey, so you Christians have to address that. You white Christians, apologists, you need to address the reality that so-called nationality and race in this country specifically and especially was weaponized to give people who fit into the category of white an advantage over all the other peoples here. That's why he feels. That's why he knows he has the knowledge to make that statement and declaration, because he knows that being so-called white gives him an advantage in this world, regardless of his political standing. So stop it, y'all. Hey, that's it, y'all. Hey, don't worry. You know, we gon' when we're in the kingdom living it up, these things are just gonna be a fucking dream of the past, man. All right, let me give all praises to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham, Wakakorash, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations to all the elect Akim, Wa Akwa, learning, teaching, truth, and sincerity. Shalom.